That guy makes faces like Eddie Vedder.
No way. Eddie Vedder makes faces like this guy.
By the summer of '93, Stone Temple Pilots were making the rock and roll round and gearing up to tour. They made the head-turning decision not to go on the road with Aerosmith, but to take part in an alternative package deal dubbed the Barbecue Mitzvah Tour.
This is really only our 4th tour, the only time we really had a chance to actually show people what we're about, and we just thought it was a better idea to hit more intimate places.
Normally at a concert you walk away spending probably $50 a person or something. It's more money than people can really afford, so we wanted to just, keep it low.
For seeing 3 bands, it's a good show for $15.
STP's concern with affordable concert going and alternative ticket methods continues through today, as well as their concern of treating fans to the type of rock spectacles they were weaned on.
We just kind of wanted to just give something people could leave and really talk about it, Like the Kiss thing, you just got to find ways to keep yourself entertained. Whether it's running out with a jock strap on or whatever, you know what I mean? Just to keep yourself entertained.
But the fun of touring began to wane. An incident involving an alleged shoe-throwing fan and Weiland and Roberts' angry physical response earned the boys a lawsuit. Meanwhile, their disillusionment with the music industry grew as touring took its toll on them personally.
We should have quit touring after that point. Basically, it felt like all we were doing is making other people money, and with that we had to deal with in some of the media in the last, year really began making supporting that album a job and not fun anymore.
Ironically, in the midst of an antagonistic relationship with the press, STP were on top. By early 1994, the group had collected numerous awards, including a Grammy, 2 American Music Awards, 1 Billboard Award, and the Video Music Award for Best New Artist.
And the winner is Stone Temple Pilots.
Mostly say thank you to the people that have paid more attention to the music than they have to the media, because that's ultimately what matters the most. So to those people, thanks for the space, man.
STP did impress fans and critics alike with their unplugged interpretations. One of the show's highlights was Big Empty, a song that later catapulted the Crow soundtrack to the top of the charts.
Driving faster in my car, falling farther from just what we are.
Since we've been rehearsing for the show, it kind of brings you back to that initial feeling that you had that, it really originally like inspired you to feel and to write.
Still feeling the emotional repercussions of the past year, the band took a well-needed break from each other before finally deciding to reconvene the songwriting process.
Artistically, we needed to do it. The new album was probably the only thing that saved us from breaking up, which is unfortunate that things got to that point, but I think certain things were created out of that tension that it probably wouldn't have happened if we all would have been getting along, all peachy and everything.
Our next guests currently have the #1 album in the country. Congratulations. Very, very impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, do us a big favor. Say hello to Stone Temple Pilots. Kids!
I thought it was a valid growth from Core, and there was definitely different emotions thrown in that we were all feeling.
Lyrically speaking, the words are from a much more personal perspective. It's because of experiences. It means a lot more to me because of that. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. artistic level, it's more experimental because I feel that rather than feeling this pressure to make something as acceptable as Core was, I think we actually felt more freedom to explore different sounds.
Interstate Love Song, the second single from Purple, was huge, spending a record-breaking 15 weeks at the top of the album rock chart. Stone Temple Pilots were now a headlining act, except when they took the opportunity to open for the Rolling Stones.
It was like, oh, we're headlining our big tour. And then we went over to do those two shows, and we realized how small our tour really was compared to that one.
In May of 1995, at the height of the band's success, Weiland became part of a rock and roll cliché.
Less than 24 hours after his arrest for possession of cocaine and heroin in Pasadena, California, Stone Temple Pilots singer Scott Weiland phoned up LA radio station KROQ and introduced his friend Courtney Love, who read a note in which Weiland called himself a man who has failed and apologized to his wife, his family, his friends, his bandmates, and his fans for having what he called the disease of drug addiction.
What prompted you to call into K-Rock with an apology? Did you really feel like you had to talk about it?
If I didn't say something first, I felt that a lot of people would be saying things for me or about me. I dreamed to make music for a living. This is my lifelong dream, and I've done it. But the things that came along with it, I didn't know. Wasn't prepared for a lot of those things. I have to remind myself to remain humble in the face of music all the time, or else that gift could be taken away, you know.